Pele is regarded by many in the sport, including football writers, players, and fans, as the greatest player of all time. In 1999, he was voted World Player of the Century by the International Federation of Football History and Statistics, and was one of the 2 joint winners of the FIFA Player of the Century award. That same year, Pele was elected Athlete of the Century by the International Olympic Committee. Pele is the most successful domestic league goal scorer in football history, scoring 650 goals in 694 league matches, and in total 1281 goals in 1363 games, which included unofficial friendlies and is a Guinness World Record. During his playing days, Pele was for a period the best paid athlete in the world. Pele began playing for Santos at age 15 and the Brazil national team at 16. During his international career, he won 3 FIFA World Cups, 1958, 1962 and 1970, being the only player ever to do so. Pele is the all-time leading goalscorer for Brazil with 77 goals in 92 games. At club level he is the record goalscorer for Santos, and led them to the 1962 and 1963 Copa Libertadores. Known for connecting the phrase, "the beautiful game," with football, Pele's electrifying play and penchant for spectacular goals made him a star around the world, and his teams toured internationally in order to take full advantage of his popularity. Averaging almost a goal per game throughout his career, Pele was adept at striking the ball with either foot in addition to anticipating his opponent's movements on the field. While predominantly a striker, he could also drop deep and take on a playmaking role, providing assists with his vision and passing ability, and he would also use his dribbling skills to go past opponents. A prolific goalscorer, he was known for his ability to anticipate opponents in the area and finish off chances with an accurate and powerful shot with either foot. Pele was also a hard-working team player, and a complete forward, with exceptional vision and intelligence, who was recognized for his precise passing and ability to link up with teammates and provide them with assists. In his early career he played in a variety of attacking positions. Although he usually operated inside the penalty area as a main striker or center forward, his wide range of skills also allowed him to play in a more withdrawn role, as an inside forward or second striker, or out wide. In his later career, he took on more of a deeper playmaking role behind the strikers, often functioning as an attacking midfielder. Pele's unique playing style combined speed, creativity, and technical skill with physical power, stamina, and athleticism. His excellent technique, balance, flair, agility and dribbling skills enabled him to beat opponents with the ball, and frequently saw him use sudden changes of direction and elaborate feints in order to get past players, such as his trademark move, the dribble da vaca. Another one of his signature moves was the paradinha, or little stop. Despite his relatively small stature he excelled in the air, due to his heading accuracy, timing, and elevation. Renowned for his bending shots, he was also an accurate free kick taker, and penalty taker, although he often refrained from taking penalties, stating that he believed it to be a cowardly way to score. Pele signed his first professional contract with Santos when he was just 15 years old. When the 1957 season started, Pele was given a starting place in the first team and at the age of 16 became the top scorer in the league. 10 months after signing professionally, the teenager was called up to the Brazil national team. Pele won his first major title with Santos in 1958 as the team won the Campeonato Paulista. Pele would finish the tournament as top scorer with 58 goals, a record that stands today. At FIFA World Cup in 1958, he was the youngest player of that tournament, and at the time the youngest ever to play in the World Cup. Against France in the semi-final, Brazil was leading 2-1 at half-time, and then Pele scored a hat-trick, becoming the youngest in World Cup history to do so. Pele became the youngest player to play in a World Cup final match at 17 years and 249 days. He scored 2 goals in that final as Brazil beat Sweden 5-2 in Stockholm. His first goal, where he flicked the ball over a defender before volleying into the corner of the net, was selected as one of the best goals in the history of the World Cup. Pele also played in the South American Championship. In the 1959 competition he was named best player of the tournament and was top scorer with 8 goals, as Brazil came second despite being unbeaten in the tournament. He scored in 5 of Brazil's 6 games, including 2 goals against Chile and a hat-trick against Paraguay. When the 1962 World Cup started, Pele was the best-rated player in the world. In the first match of the 1962 World Cup in Chile, against Mexico, Pele assisted the first goal and then scored the second one, after a run past 4 defenders, to go up 2-0. He injured himself in the next game while attempting a long-range shot against Czechoslovakia. This would keep him out of the rest of the tournament, and forced coach Morera to make his only lineup change of the tournament. After the 1958 and the 1962 World Cup, wealthy European clubs, such as Real Madrid, Juventus and Manchester United, tried to sign him in vain. However, in 1961 the government of Brazil under President declared Pele an official national treasure to prevent him from being transferred out of the country. Pele was the most famous footballer in the world during the 1966 World Cup in England, and Brazil fielded some world champions, leading to high expectations for them. Brazil was eliminated in the first round, playing only 3 matches. The World Cup was marked, among other things, for brutal fouls on Pele that left him injured by the Bulgarian and Portuguese defenders. Pele scored the first goal from a free kick against Bulgaria, becoming the first player to score in 3 successive FIFA World Cups, but due to his injury, a result of persistent fouling by the Bulgarians, he missed the second game against Hungary. Brazil lost that game and Pele, although still recovering, was brought back for the last crucial match against Portugal in Liverpool by the Brazilian coach Vicente Fiala. Fiala changed the entire defense, including the goalkeeper, while in midfield he returned to the formation of the first match. During the game, Portugal defender João Morais fouled Pele, but was not sent off by referee George McCabe, a decision retrospectively viewed as being among the worst refereeing errors in World Cup history. Pele had to stay on the field limping for the rest of the game, since substitutes were not allowed at that time. After this game he vowed he would never again play in the World Cup, a decision he would later change. Pele was called to the national team in early 1969, he refused at first, but then accepted and played in 6 World Cup qualifying matches, scoring 6 goals. Brazil's 1970 World Cup squad is often considered to be the greatest football team in history. The front 5 of Jairzinho, Pele, Gerson, Tostão and Rivellino together created an attacking momentum, with Pele having a central role in Brazil's way to the final. Brazil played Italy in the final at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City. Pele scored the opening goal with a header after outjumping an Italian defender. Brazil's 100th World Cup goal, Pele's leap of joy into the arms of teammate Jairzinho in celebrating the goal, is regarded as one of the most iconic moments in World Cup history. The last goal of the game is often considered the greatest team goal of all time because it involved all but 2 of the team's outfield players. The play culminated after Pele made a blind pass that went into Carlos Alberto's running trajectory. He came running from behind and struck the ball to score. Brazil won the match 4-1, and Pele received the Golden Ball as player of the tournament. After the 1974 season, his 19th with Santos, Pele retired from Brazilian club football. 2 years later, he came out of semi-retirement to sign with the New York Cosmos of the North American Soccer League (NASL) for the 1975 season. Though well past his prime at this point, Pele was credited with significantly increasing public awareness and interest of the sport in the United States. On 1 October 1977, Pele closed out his career in an exhibition match between the Cosmos and Santos. In 2010, he was named the honorary president of the New York Cosmos. Throughout his career and in his retirement, Pele received several individual and team awards for his performance in the field, his record-breaking achievements, and legacy in the sport.